The king will rise when you open your eyes and change your damn single eye perception. The king will rise when you open your eyes and change your damn single eye perception. Yo, my name is Dr. Life, in the business of saving lives. But for this particular series, because I'm proud to pay it back. I'm proud to pay back the investment that I received March 10th, 2019. My brother Spider Lope called me on March the 10th, 2019. They said, yo, bro, I got access to that Crenshaw gear. I said, access to the Crenshaw gear? How? Where? The reason he knew that was going to be important to me is because in 2005, Spider became a free agent from R.A.W Records and signed with 50 Cent and G-Unit. And when he came out to the Video Music Awards in Miami for this for a video game that he was on with Fifth that year, EA Sports, he was on Madden 2006. He had 2 tracks on the Madden game on EA Sports. And they were shooting a video shoot for Olivia. So I go down to Miami and I meet up with him. This is in 2005. 2006, me and my other partner, E.T. the hip-hop preacher. E.T. the hip-hop preacher, we come out to Crenshaw. We come out to Crenshaw High School. With my story of dominion. My story of dominion, that our people could break the cycle. E got his story. SPI got his story. So when I got there, I reached out to SPI. I reached out to Spider and I'm like, yo, we here to tell our story. We each got a story of dominion. Spider's story of dominion started when he paroled from prison and verbalized, spoken into the atmosphere. Yo, when I get out of here, I'ma holla at Suge Knight. He spoken into the atmosphere before he even paroled. And lo and behold, just like Nip say, I spoken into the atmosphere, some things appeared. Lo and behold, not even 30 days after he out, he in the presence of Suge Knight. He spit for Suge. And so begins his journey on death row. But somehow, mysteriously, 2 individuals at the height of the game, both self-destructed. Suge Knight self-destructed with death row. 50 Cent self-destructed with G-Unit. Somehow, mysteriously, Suge self-destructed, but he made SPI a free agent so SPI could capitalize on the G-Unit opportunity. And just when it looked like everything is going to be 2000, it's 15 years later, yo. It's 15 years later. But because Fifth self-destructed. And the reason I'm doing this is because SPI got a video that went viral on his Instagram when he was talking about how 50 always got Floyd Money Mayweather's name in his mouth. And SPI was just telling the truth about how 50 used to talk about one way when it came to the cars and all of that. Yo, we don't buy cars. They depreciate as soon as you buy off the lot or whatever. But the moment he started hanging around Floyd, now all that changed because he sold on Floyd nuts. And so SPI simply came out and verbalized the truth of how the dude really get down. Floyd tagged it, reposted it. It kind of went viral. But in that video, SPI says something major, which is why I'm doing this whole series right now. SPI was talking about the self-destruction of 50 and how he personally just destroyed that which he claimed, no matter what, yo, we gonna be good because of the machine we attached to. But then he goes and self-destructs. And so SPI is remembering in retrospect, like, yo, I remember a conversation where the dude was talking about his perception and his thought about team sports. How he don't like to play team sports because he never played team sports. He never wanted to give his all. He never wanted to give his all and had to be responsible for somebody else causing the team to lose. His whole concept of team sports, and this is what y'all gotta know about these clowns in this industry, yo. They could take these dudes, they could manufacture artificial personas, artificial lifestyles, artificial gangster persona. But like Nip said, I ain't nothing like you rap niggas. I ain't nothing like none of y'all. Because when they truly reveal their character, when they truly reveal what makes them who they are, the things that makes those of us great in our communities, is the very opposite of that principle. 50 Cent said he never wanted to play team sports, never played team sports because he ain't want to give his all. Yo, just like SPI, you right, bro. If that is your CEO with that type of mentality to team sports, there's no way in the world the team is going to be successful. You're right. You're not willing to lay it all on the line to make the team better because other individuals on your team, he feels, may cause the team to lose because of lack of effort, lack of whatever. That's what team sports is about. You always make those around you better. So, I'm here because of the gift my brother gave me in March. And even though the gift was taken away 21 days later, March the 10th, March 31st, Nipsey Hussle was killed. But my brother came out with a movement called Baymack. Be about your marathon at all costs. He changed the M in Baymack, in his Baymack movement, to be about your marathon. Be about your marathon. Be about your victory lap marathon at all costs. And because Nipsey's marathon movement was launched by our Proud to Pay It Back campaign, I'm going to take the Proud to Pay It Back campaign and I'm going to show you what we call a Hav-Life bar. Prior to the campaign, he had no guarantee that the campaign was going to be successful. He had no clue that people was going to actually buy into it. But the things that Nip was saying reveals his character, and revealed that my brother finally found a teammate, a team to play on. He finally found some matching character, principles. My bro finally found somebody that wasn't going to self-destruct. And even though they took it away from me, I'm here to tell you, bro. I'm here to tell you. I'm proud to pay it back. You said be about your marathon at all costs. No problem. It's no more March Madness in March. The month of March is not March Madness. It's not March Madness. It's Victory Lap Brainlessness. Victory Lap Brainlessness. You heard me. It's Victory Lap Brainlessness. In the Hollywood Games. If you know anything else about Nip, Nip used to hoop too. Run and shoot pro. He dropped it in his lyrics. I'm a run and shoot pro. My bro SBI played football. My bro Nip played basketball. So this is a series of Hav-Life coaching around the Proud to Play It Back campaign, around SPI's Baymac, be about your marathon at all costs. And I'm going to take the principles and the characteristics of the Proud to Pay It Back campaign. Nip got a song called Loaded Bases. And every time we allow these crabs, this rap nigga factory, music industry that sees individuals with character as a threat, and every time we allow them to take our people away with no response, every time we allow them to remove the Dr. Martin Luther Kings, to remove the Tupacs, to remove the Malcolm X, to remove the Nipsey Hussles, we left the bases loaded with our people stranded on the bases. So this movement, the king will rise. This is me, Dr. Life, as the Hav-Life coach, saying, because my brother said the marathon, be about your marathon at all costs. The marathon continues. We're going to take and we're going to show the foundation that he laid, that both of them laid, and we're going to show y'all how to take and how to build on it. We're going to show y'all the messages and the principles and the inspiration, the guidance, the blueprints that these individuals of character is laying. That's different. That's why he said, I'm nothing like you rap niggas. So you could finish the work. I'm going to be what we call the Hav-Life coach. He told you parole. Stick to the script. So we're going to coach you. We're going to give you what the script is. He says stick to the script. You parole. Paroled is you queen pins. You king pins. You free. You parole. Stick to the script. What script? I'm going to show you the script that Nip was laying down. I'm going to show you the script that separates SBI, Spider Lope. Just like Nipsey separated himself. It's called renowned enmity. Enmity. Separated yourself. And we're going to show you how to apply in a Hav-Life coaching setting in basketball and football, which our people understand to the T. I'm going to put it in your language. Can't nobody coach. Listen, man, we've been coaching. We've been coaching. Team after team, yo. Team after team. Team after team, year after year. This is my college team. This is my middle school championship team. This is my Pro-Am, Chicago. Straight off the streets of Chicago, my Pro-Am championship team. It's my college, university My first college team. That's what we do. All right. So I'm the Hav-Life coach, throwing out the Hav-Life lines, found in the Havilah bars. A Havilah bars when they spit it and they separate themselves from the pack and they spit in beautiful prints. You know the movement, beautiful world. Baymat, beautiful world. When they spit in beautiful prints, we call them Havilah bars. It means you could speak it into the atmosphere and it appears. I'm gonna show you the principles. I'm gonna show you how you could apply them the same way we apply fundamentals to our teams. And so where fifth self-destructed, where death row self-destructed, I'm gonna take the beautiful prints found in the lives of these two kings. Just like name say, the king will rise. And we're gonna show you, add it with these beautiful prints and add it with the daily repetition. You got offense and defense. I'm gonna give you the 4 principles. I'm gonna let y'all go. There's 4 principles on offense that you're always gonna see me focus on. It's four prints. Break the cycle. This is defense. SPI is gonna represent defense. SPI is going to represent defense. NIP is going to represent the offensive principles. Proud to pay it back. The king will rise. Victory lap. A message from the set. We accept your challenge. What challenge? This Roman Western world who believes that they could tell the individuals in our community what a king of New York is and make it stick. How they gonna determine who a king of New York is from the Western world, and we are the kings and the queens of the queens of the East? SPI got a movement called East Coast. We definitely got a movement called East Coast. But our movement is supernatural. The sun rises in the east. The light is turned on in the east. No disrespect to the west, but the sun sets. The lights go out in the west. It's no disrespect, but ain't no Roman second-class civilization gonna come on the scene late after everything been built, everything been created, and then they gonna put together the weakest business cycles ever in history, the weakest financial contracts, the weakest financial arrangements ever in history. The West has done that. And then they gonna tell you they gonna be the standard for what a king is? Nah. See, that's the problem. And so with NIT and with SPI, they not going based off of the traditional arrangement that they have set forth on who they want to be king, and the images and the messages and the program. They just want our people to take their 30 pieces of silver to promote the kings, the image of royalty from the West that they putting forward, which is unnatural. All right. So when it comes to defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. So first you got to break the negative cycles. Then you got to make a new cycle. Then you got to lead the cycle. You're not a tail. you gotta be ahead. And when you see this King Will Rise series, you're gonna see that Nipsey and SPI are leaders. They ain't the tails in this industry. So you got to lead the cycle. Lastly, you got to recycle. You got to layer cycle the cycle. Our movement is called layer cycle, where we recycle our original king and queen status, our original royal status and heritage and legacy. I'm gonna show it to you. So that's the four cornerstones of our defense. Break the cycle, make a new cycle, or create the cycle. Procreate replenishment is lead the cycle. And recycle and recreate the cycle is layer cycle the cycle. That's the four cornerstones. SPI is the defense. Let's go to the offense. In the offense, you got to take the door. Take the door, exit. Escape route. Take the door, exit, escape route. That's the offense. Take the door, exit, escape route. So in football, when we run a play as a coach. This is Hav-Life coaching. When we run a play, when I call the running back's number and I design a blocking scheme, it's for a specific hole because we already know the different people on the defense and we want to exploit a weakness in the defense, so we're targeting a specific hole. We're going to open a specific door. And when our running backs aren't patient, I've created the door, the specific door for you to run through. Don't run out the window. Don't jump out the back door. Don't jump off the roof. So other slivers of daylight may open up. But you got to be disciplined. To not prematurely think that this sliver of daylight is the proper escape route, because it's not. The door that has been designed to open, if you're patient, patience is a virtue. If you're patient and you allow your blocks to get out in front of you and you set up the block, then they will open the door and then you will get in the end zone instead of getting negative yards, a loss, a couple yards. We're going to put you in the end zone. Take the door, exit, escape route. This is offense. Take the door. When the escape route presents itself, go through the door that's being created for you. Take the door. Number 2 on offense. Take the dive. Unlike 50 Cent, he was unwilling to commit to team effort. He was unwilling to go all in for the winning team. We the opposite. Take the dive. Dive all the way in. 160%. Take the dive. Take the door. Take the dive. That's the first 2 on offense. If you take the dive, in this joint, I told you parole. You free from these labels that the West want to put on you. You free from the lie that you was brought over here as slaves. You free, homie. They lying. I'm going to show you who John Horse is. I'm going to show you who John Horse is. I'm going to show you a whole legacy that Nip was introducing our people to by retracing his legacy back to Ethiopia and Eritrea. by retracing his name and his father's heritage. Yeah, he was raised in the USA in the West Coast, on the west side of LA. But when he looked at his root, when he looked at his root and he looked at his name, a king will rise, and he saw, yo, I got a root. Like I told you, from the east. And his name said a king will rise. And when he brought that knowledge back, and when he started going up against the system that wanted to brand him and label him as all of these other rap niggas do, get branded, he like, nah, I ain't willing to go. I know who I am. I know what my root is. I know who I am. So when I'm telling y'all, you paroled, yo. SPI told you you paroled. When Jay want to put this on you, this is Jay's image. This is Jay's Magna Carta image. This Jay. I ain't nothing like you, rap nigga. Jay called this Holy Grail. Holy Grail. He married to one of the greatest queens, and he got a nerve to put this on his cover? This is the difference between these kings, the kings of the East, and the fake king of New York. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when we tell you, yo, you free. You parole. Queen pin. You parole, my ladies. And we're going to crown you. If you dive in, if you take the dive on this team, if you come sign up in this 90, I'm doing a 90-day search for everybody who want to put on this uniform. 90-day who want to play on this team. SPI told you, they kept self-destruction. We're going to put a team that they could always count on, like we could always count on them. Based off of the principle that they done laid down. If y'all want to play on this team, you got to take the dive. Thirdly, the third cornerstone of an offense that Nipsey represents the offense. All right? You got to take back the ITB. Tailor fit. The ITB stands for in the beginning. And ain't no Western nothing in the beginning. And ain't no European nothing in the beginning. The queen that was created in the beginning is the same queen from where Nipsey was from that the creator said, yo, the Queen of Sheba. The Queen of Sheba will judge this final generation. Because when David built the temple, she came and acknowledged the King of Kings, the Queen of Sheba. You got to take back the image. Image is everything, yo. I know what they tell y'all with Sprite. I know they tell you image is nothing. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. That's a lie. That's the game. They want you to be thirsty, a thirsty consumer after all of the trash that they marketing. Image is nothing. And so they can rebrand you as a worthless consumer. You got to take back the ITB image. Take back the ITB image, number 3. Number 4. You got to take the tour. Take the tour. Victory lap. You got to take the tour of the dazzling white city. You got to take the victory lap tour of the dazzling white. I'm going to break down what the dazzling white city is. But we got a movement on the East Coast called Soul Brooklyn. And I'm using the Soul Brooklyn movement as a throwback to the low life movement. It was a fashion movement. It was a fashion movement in the 70s and the 80s 90s, during the same launch of Polo, Ralph Lauren, low lifes. But the one thing that the Polo movement missed out on, the one thing that the low lifes missed out on, that we've incorporated in the So Brooklyn movement, is the low wife, the dazzling low wife. Take the tours around. Taking back all of the things that we laid out and using the dazzling low wife as the ultimate pinnacle. The ultimate pinnacle. When we take back image, we're going to take back our male image. We're going to take back our children's image. But most importantly, we're taking back the dazzling low wife's image. The crown jewel. The USA. The USA jewel of the Nile Valley. Crown jewel. We're going to take the tour with the victory lap when we give our brides back the crown. So, offense and defense, we're going to give it to y'all. The king will rise. The queen will rise higher. Come get it.